Hello there. My name is Caleb7990, and welcome back to another episode of Men of the Bible. And today we're gonna be talking about Herod the Great. So I don't really have a intro for Herod the Great here, because to be honest, I don't really know that much about him. But today we're gonna be learning about Herod the Great today. And if this message helped you, make sure you share it to a friend, because you never know how God might be using you today. So, for Herod the Great, today's verse is Matthew 2:16, which is, "He gave orders to kill all the boys in Bethlehem and in vicinity who were 2 years old and under." So, Herod's name means son of the hero, and if you want to read his story, it's going to be Matthew chapter 2. So this is about Herod the Great. So let's find out about who Herod the Great is together. This is my third time probably reading this devotional, by the way. So, well, let's get started. Herod the Great was a major player during this time in history. In 63 BC, Julius Caesar expanded his empire into Palestine. 16 years later, Caesar appointed Antipater over the Roman government of this area. Antipater, same guy, made his oldest son governor of Jerusalem and his second son, Herod, governor of Galilee. Once Herod tasted power, he didn't want to lose it. In 40 BC, the Pharisees invaded Palestine. Herod retreated to Rome, where his friend Mark Antony resided. He used his political connections to be appointed king of Judea by the Roman Senate. He was given an army, returned to Palestine, and reclaimed the land of Rome. Herod was just 36 years old when he began his rule. Herod earned his title of the Great for an aggressive building campaign. He constructed a glorious port city, rebuilt the temple, and forfeited the land. As great as his buildings may have been, his insecurities were even greater. If he felt a bid for his power, Herod killed the challengers, including his wife, 3 of his sons, and other family members. So guess Herod's thoughts when the wise men showed up and asked, "Where is that one who has been born King of the Jews" in Matthew 2:2? That was a title Herod had fought and killed for. Nobody was going to take his power. He killed every baby boy in and around Bethlehem in an attempt to stop the coming king. But God's plan can't be thwarted. Jesus escaped with his parents to Egypt and returned to Palestine in 4 BC when Herod the Great died. So the lesson I would probably say about this story is, don't put anything above God. Whenever it's a person or a school or a job, keep God first and worship him, as Matthew 4:10 and Matthew 6:33 says, and also not to be prideful, thinking you're better than somebody else, because in Proverbs 6:18 it says, pride goes before destruction. And if you struggle with any of this stuff, for example, like I do, because I struggle with pride a lot, I want to remind you that God will help you to be more humble in the heart, and you need to realize that you need him and you can't do life alone. So continue to abide in Christ and spend time with him, because the more you draw near to him, the more he will draw near to you, because he loves you so much. So I hope this message helped you today, and if it did, make sure you share it to a friend, because you never know how God might be using you today. Again, because I said that at the start. So thank you guys again for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!